CNBC-TV18, embarking on a quarter century of excellence.
Let's get straight to our next corporate then. DreamFolks, the company has announced the launch of an exclusive partnership program, the DreamFolks Club. Now, to discuss this with regard to the membership package and the business outlook, we have Liberatha Peter Kallat, who is the chairperson and managing director of the company. Good to see you, ma'am. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, tell us a couple of data points now. Airport lounges are seeing a higher traction. You have entered the B2C segment with this launch of the membership program. Could you give us some rationale for it?
So if you look at the packages, we are just not focusing on the travel because it's not just the lounges or the meet and assist. But if you actually look at the services, it's also the lifestyle services, what we have included, which is like the eSIM, that we also have the beauty, healthcare, pet care. So these are the services which are apart from the lounges, which are the packages which have been created. So it's not just the focus on the lounges.
So if you could give us a sense of how much money do you intend to, make through selling of these membership packages? What are they priced at? And how many members do you expect to add?
In terms of the packages, the first package starts from 6,999, and we have 4 variants in this. And the last variant we have, which is around 1 lakh package. So the thing is that, there are different services, as we mentioned, including the travel and the lifestyle. So depending on what the customer requirement would be, they would be actually going for these membership. In terms of the outlook, I would say that, in next 4 to 5 years, we would consider, I would look at around 20% of revenue coming from these services.
Okay, all right. In the near term, could you give us a sense in terms of how do you see revenue spanning out? And I think margins have contracted a little bit. So what's the steady state we're looking at?
So as we mentioned last time also that yes, in terms of the margins, it would be between 11 to 13, what is the outlook, what we consider. In terms of the growth or, the outlook for the coming year, I would say, or the present as well, I would say the driving factors are primarily the airport traffic and the credit card penetration for the present business. So I would say the way the market is growing for these two industries, I would say that, we will grow accordingly.
Are these, how does this business work? You get the fees for these cards, the membership cards that you sell, and your costs are already distributed. So this should technically be a very high margin product for you, right? Most of the revenue should flow into the bottom line as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you're right. So I would say that, yes, this would be a high margin, business for us in terms of the membership. What we have.
If 20% of your revenues you target coming in from this business over the next couple of years, your margin should zoom.
So I would not want to comment right now anything on this because it's not just going to be focused on B2C for these membership. We are also actually, the prime focus is going to be on the enterprises and the corporates for selling these membership. So it would be a combination of B2C and the B2B business for this.
Tell us a little bit more about this partnership with Greywall, one of Russia's leading lounge operators. Tell us what are the benefits, synergies, if any?
So it is in lines with our network, the way we are expanding, and globally the way we have expanded with all the other lounge operators. So Greywall is something similar to that because in terms of, giving access to these lounges, the way we have partnered with lounges in India and we have a direct contracts with them. Similarly, in Russia, now we have a presence, and the Indian travelers or any clients which will be onboarding outside India as well will be able to access these lounges which are connected with Greywall.
You keep talking about airport traffic improvement and that being a big leader of growth for you. But if you go to any of the airports, the lines outside those lounges are longer than the lines that are, for even getting into a flight. Lounges are slowly losing their exclusivity and attractiveness, right?
So I would say yes and no, because, more the number of people using the lounges, the more it is beneficial for the business. So I would not say a negative thing about it, because it is a positive thing for us. Coming to in terms of, the changes what we are bringing as a company, if you have seen that we have actually built web access wherein, people do not have to stand in the queue to actually, check on their card limits, but they can actually do it through their web access even before they reach the airport. We have also built in the self-check-in kiosk, which you must have seen in most of the airports like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai. So, this is actually to minimize the queues which are there at the lounges. So we are working on that. Secondly, the airport and the lounge operators are also working in terms of expanding the lounges as well. Secondly, the most important thing I would say as a company, not only in terms of, giving the right access or the customer experience, the other services, the way we are building in. So that is also one of the way that, we are trying to create a differential experience for different customers. So I would say that lounge is not just the focus which is going to be there, but we are also focusing on the other services as well.
All right, Ms. Kallat, thank you so much for joining in and giving us an update on your business itself. Wish you good luck with this expansion plan that you have. You and your family a very Merry Christmas and season's greetings for year 2024 as well.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
With that, we'll slip into a short break, come back, get you more on the markets and individual stocks which are moving around.
CNBC-TV18, embarking on a quarter century of excellence.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC-TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC-TV18 on all the social media platforms.